106.3 FM. Time to settle down. Yeah, better chin come on. Mama, Ura Kwakuda Kon Ankra, Memana Kwaba. Opening Emma official pa. But your microphone.
I've seen combat.
Fantian,
Pochunion.
If you
Anomabu,
if I had Mabu, Mansum if you go mad dominance, Fantin pop.
Nine,
and March Busumi, so yeah, there's what your friend Ghana month.
Nine,
And when the Shefugu Nada, nature the Ghana month, Nani Uguda. Yes, Yedin,
Bibiaboko.
Okay, into 66 years of Ghana's independence. Yawo school yet say Aboko Sempi Ghana Yifi that fateful 6th March. And then how did we even gain our independence? And this is here, Nyamkopa Nada Roma, ye fi education Rankra.
Yo, until Ghana, Henny na ye Nkofa, if you baby, and a better ha. If you're an Aboko Sama, when I know one can sweat Ghana Kuruma Hano, or from one Guans. Into Guanfuno, Ibiwo Central Region, Cape Coast, Elmina, the Baka, Winneba.
Okay.
One in our way, Guans. And if you want to Eban Obutufu and now a Wutu Senya, once we Guans, and Senya Breku, once we Guans. And Eba and Kaya Labadi when I'm coffee or 4 people once where you guan.
Where you guans, okay.
Now you were the hilly guan. The one I'm kind of one the southern guans. Then we have the hilly guans. One hour work me porno do make check equipment side into one buffer latte. No ni okrefono into okremi chere a biru a book room.
Okay.
A prayer day a bonse associate so. Ede for winning in a damu okre pompo funi na once we guans and enum boso once we guans.
Okay.
Into the munko funi na and son ya call Reverend Guans one of water region.
Okay.
Into Buem what side funi na and the one the Sal group now winning na Lolobi Apafu Central Kofi winning na wakaka Adele the group ni na winning na Bowiri. The Nkofa winning in our trade, winning our way, or Fanadan, Guanfo. And the other north and south, the northern Guans, Boom Nauri, and then Chumuru, winning out where you Guan. One soon or Kaka, one a Gonja so account, Gonja for one hour with that didn't a woofy, Mende, Obey, by original settlers in our one. Damputu, Neberry, and then Kafna Wokaka winning in our where you Guan. Incident Guanfono. One asset that Maka.
Okay, in Tina Mia Yako Yina, where you guan for in the central part of Ghana, you were a Santafona and Fantafona, and so yes, if he
one so ya Abakasam Chedi if you men then as in the Yabatna until Kade, if you old Ghana Empire. Na yefi wona ya bay ya betna nti yen nyina yefi ehwe yen migration partner ana he na akwentu na yedifi oye esoro na yedeba fom nti yen place of convergence yen nyina yetna first onu nye bono nti ye fan Bonoman Kingdom nti akanman no Bonoman Kingdom no na ohyase wona yen nyina yefi ya bay nti fantafu dey wo abakwasem ka chode yefi tachiman na ye bay nti yefite chima na cross ya na yebudu oye mankesim we bedu mankesim na guanfo na wote na ho na mankesim na ado ejil nti ye wo be no wanyi guanfo no kwen na yetu guanfo no afi oye onyina no fo na akraman enwa na ofi no kogomu akraman wo no kwa kete
akraman ya
akraman nti wotu akraman guan nyino ogbani fi ado ejil na okọ gomu akraman wo no ka settle nti mankesim no be infantifo no wodoso nti wotu adoejiri chronism mankesim ano ye guanfo no krom nti wana infantifo ni nyina wofia oye den wo peten oye na nanum mpanimfo ba san wodi onanyim mekire oburuman kuma de pagya no so wodi wana be no na nkaifo no eja chronili yakese no no wonante we wako bebi ande infantifo no wadoso no nti da damna asamaneti na asantefo nso wonso with the same lane na originally we bet na ya Pearl River Basin e one side na watena ya na hono so will move and there another original group nso wonso no waka guanfo no wonso wo dada one were from etifo
Etifo. Okay.
The Etifo na offer the fantafo. Ya pam wa na akrama no yeti. The maraso no kwa no magba no yetifu, eja wo yetifu, asen kuhia wo yetifu, endo wo yetifu, mframadwe wo yetifu. Nti the metifu na wo woni nyina nti asen enclave no wo gizire wo fi kunkum forest ni mu kwai ni mu na wo bai. So the aboriginal. Nti inde asen kuhia na osun orenchi. Won so wo yetifu dem America no. Nti asen woni original people wo wansa na asantefo na wo fi dompa ase ina ni ofra amakom won na wo be obetina wo asen atadanso ene asen apimeni wo be ka ho a etifu no wo ka hye won ase. So that is it. Ina asantefo ni na nso wo area dem make sure they were around the basin of Pra. E won na won so wo fifi a won so wo kɔ bebia ende wo no ina aze the maraso na ofane den asenfo dem ma kiro mu no won so wo fi bebia wo bai ina efi e be kan yenu anom nkranfo so nkranfoso was wofi Nigeria side no them wo bay nti won so wo ben wofi eastern corridor na wo ba western side wo be betina baby I want to go down be funu so won anka se won abakwasam kire dem won so wofi eastern corridor the man so yenu anom ewe funu so won so wofi ketu side na when the present day Republic of Benin na formerly it was under Oyo Kingdom won so move ya obetina Tado na no chie ansa na fi wall to Anaman wabu abetina ende bibia wo the northern part of the Volta region as well as the south part of the Volta region. Into chede nyina no the group akesi a yekeke nyina no the Akan group which is about Kowu Asan Seshi Fante Nzama nyina yefifi baby ne be boto the aboriginal guanfo no ina etifo na wo dada no nti ye betina hani na efi abrofo by 1471 na abrofo
but your answer na yeboko abrofo no one by any man bronyi free bibi diversity and kasa horowa o Ghana han nchichemu wom nti for instance yefa nkranfo mpa nkran kasa ya wo dangbe ye wo krobo ye wo ada ye wo bi wo mfante so ya ye mfante ya gomafo wom agonafo efutufo na wo keka ho. How did this come about or bandenen
nti oye ada me charge be of an historical linguistics.
Okay.
Nti nimpa no kasa na oka no oye ne yadu baby a kasa bi ho na we interact do onye kasa na ehia nti if obi ne dibi na da aka wode no ono no de dem linguistic diversity na Africa no odeba nti let's take Fantafo for example in Fantafo ye fi techuma ne yelo ba no kasa ye ka ye bono kasa
Fantafo ne ye ka
bono kasa nti ebedu impa no na nkofa wo wonyi etifo nti eti kasa na no woka no ina mfa yade bono kasa no yade eden yade mixe one eti kasa no nti na wo find the feti kasa fu and they find fante people who have taken the eti language nti yade kasa no ya kasa no mix one is nti eti language na woka no why you cry ono nye ndam fante yade
bono fante na ngasa oye fa eti
kasa fu no
feti kasa
nyo nti they came
na wa corrupt wa fante
nda binimu so ngofa we di fan ngofa wo ya half na Fantafo na ngasa bra ye fi bunu yeleba no ene won friend Fantafo because na ya ento yan nti wo friend borobel ya borobel and then in the migration no wolu to one Fantafo as bodo kakra nti wo ya bodo fo na ya borobel
nti wo ka de borobel baade na
wo ka che de bodo fo no wona nti wa was bodo kakra
ko yin ko
the man was in with the pay wo bo pay
okay
nti Fantafo na odi kan na wodi wo boto dem eti kasa na wodi mix no onu yi ifa no mabu side wa de begwe na won ko coast nti diversity na one fancy when we dey go mu day we be late nti bunu twi no still owom nti na say fantinyi gina ekwan mababa ka cho de broson for popo idu gomu esa baka da brofe
no
nti bi enwu de still bunu twi no still because contact with Etino not on those will be.
Okay.
However, one wa ben guanfuna waye simpafano. So the simpa guan language rather influence gomua mfantano. Ata say the manasu na ekwa apema enwa one so twifuna wakatwi no what the wakasa no what the mixi oye guan kasa na waka no wo latin oni okrekasa no inti na won so wonu twi no enwu de oye unique because twi na can mix another language. The manasu na ekọ secondary takrade na ade na but no won so twi no mfantina na waka no o mixi ahanta no nye nzama
ono so no ada kakra enyo
the ina ekọ anwin side one so one kasa na wakatwi no o can make sense about producing a unique language. So in
fact ekọ eziama them side what can different fancy.
That is it.
Yeah.
So the interaction of language to another language produce this unique dialectical differences you are talking about.
Okay. Ti yambra baby I did see abrofun wo bem 1471.
Until 1471 the Portuguese for yan wadwen there wo pede what tell one tabanmu na wo hwehwe egwezi naze no nam do na abrofa we dikana wo 1471 me kire Santarém and Escobar one ship captain no until wo bepo ekro bi a wo fa ne Yabio only in the Shama side oh only first place a Oberlande na Santarém say wo bro dump na no no enampa no woni na there were gold particles all over into a shout there Amina which is mine Amina until one until kakra wo be nyim na chada wo ben edna side or dear village on often all dear it means village in Portuguese language. Inti odia no na nda ya aka no abaye edena atase so fancy from welcome
inti edena nankasa na original here
a Portuguese name odia
oche
a village because there were two villages. Yes, Kwamankwa Kurom and Oni Egwafo. Those were the two towns. So Elmina was born out of Egwafo. A prince called Kwamankwa.
Okay, Egwafo commanded Egwafo.
Yes, no, only the original settlement. Okay. Out of it na Kwamankwa. Ofiwa na oba create ni village often Amankwa Kurom and they were friend or dear Anna Elmina.
Okay.
And think of one watch the 1 year Elmina, the place of mine. At I say, and Namponano Nankasan so mine Kosano, Obabaye, Gold Coast. British friend what the translate Portuguese language, into English. Into the year Gold Coast, Into the Mukofi no Waba first, no what the Enkrakama. One penny for Portugal there. Wako to money be a chede ejapaze wodo papa. Inti our there wo to more then. Waba no waboshe. No number do na wodi oye Don Diego de Azambuja. Odi oba 1472. Oba according to the historical records no. Ina opeyina wo friend Christopher Columbus or ship no mubi. So Columbus took even nkofo ebie na weye apofua wakopo Elmina no waka no waka discover in the current America, the new world. The historical records are clear about their names. Na often one other one quite
internet ye kapa in America we Ghana for ebien waka ho
no waka yes
no
discover yes waka
Christopher Columbus no
because no nkofo wenyum epodo nyimidi papa bi nti ona madam no na Azambuja be no bomu egwadi wo papa nti oda wotena ho no wadi dwuma nti we started the wadi dwuma na waka achi won panifo no obesi one aban no 1482 oye edena aban no nti egwadi no na agbafo nka no so wotete de ampa on Gold Coast no ejapaze wodo a obetu mo aye den wadi edzigwa nti ofiwa na daachefo so wasim won so wobei na Spain fo so wobei Spain fo so obete won so edzigwa na Denmark fo so wasim won so wobei na Sweden won so wobei nti by the time getting to the period of the end of 1600s na the Gold Coast there is no European power on you Gold Coast Olympia you made way into the about 80 forts and castles na over here Gold Coast na in the baby ebubuma aka kakra na ye wonu there were about 80 to 80 forts and castles in Gold Coast back in 1600 to by 1800s. And oh, when you plano. German food would be Quatakrada Fort Fredericksburg. German food we see. Dance food was the Botuaka Osu Christabon Castle. One we see. It was a Axim. A beer hall. Na nyoma bebre
Fort Peace so Fort Sebastian Fort
they are different abrofo nti chede Gold Coast was a crucible of global commerce bakade linking West Africa to transatlantic trade nti and the major market nankasa on in Gold Coast. Even prior to that, na Salaga market was the biggest market in the entire world in terms of trade, where there was a trans-Saharan trade all the way from Kano to Salaga, where I was after what's in Ponkwechi, what we were friend of Fatuchi in Hausa, that is long caravan trade. One so wofi iho na obu obedzigwa obaba talk kola nut and now friend be seen now what they call and see igwezi na nkasa ehwe man Ghana na yenkofa anya adwunu me da wa ye pe egwezi na ye wanyimzi wanyama bebre so nti that was for the interior.
Okay.
But for the south we had the contact with the Europeans. The mama culture abofu European countries, almost all of them were in West Africa.
Okay. Inti se wutie ya mene Owura Kwaku Darko Ankra and mene na twetwe nkomo or University of Ghana Institute of African Studies and mene na twetwe nkomo. We betina join on Facebook for a comment and our question be to ho e beje be na fe ye bisano. Angweku politics among yourself every time no obem, you know, based on trade na the discoveries na da you know, politics in the fa no
bobo nti agbafunu wa be no when you to me bia wo ebibifunu hono na eko baby today anoma boy ma me fi we dey ya wotum wachiri broni be usabronyi be yankwase da wotum wachiri na wa na to mpochirim, that is fetus ana da be kale shackles wachiri na agbafunu ankasa wa be pacha upu if you slave trade no obe no na ade no na egwezi so no kodo na agbafu waye ho adwene wo pede waye den wodi oman no be hye wona ase na agbafu won tu wonya dam adwene da wo pede wo mama aye Gold Coast fo ne be hye wona ase onenye British fo into by 18 abra wo twa wo fa ne den slave trade no mu no ina waka domestic slavery chede yankasa eyefie na aza ahemfo na wo nkwafa wo somo na aze no ono ze na orokodo into abra Commander Hill by with McLean by 1844 ina mfantefa ahemfo awotwe wo Commander Hill wo dey onchire wonu mu wo dem slave trade na wo abolition no onchire mu de so oka ahemfo nkwafa wo somo na ina Commander Hill catch won de so obachire mu a ina ono opedo wo sign agreement bi oye nkukuru ibasa odzikan won kade any human sacrifice obotwem otie bien no bebia won ka sidi bia na aba no no tumi no tumizi no oye honazi otie bia so obo protect one against Ashanti invasion ofide na asantefo wo bampano na wanyi won boko na ade so they protect them, so there was this were treated in a was sign nti ono na ahemfo no woda obo no baka be so wono mpanyimfo ansa na wodi won sa hye ka na ase no wogina won na do wa no wasa ono obeye the bond of 1844 atase it was also signed on 6th March 1844 intina inka no baka de mpanyimfo na wo pe independence bebe na wo pe de yenya no 1944 because after 100 years no na chede we think the British have inspired their usefulness as a rulers inti the man adeno be sha since 1844 no when you two minimpo biem by 1863 ina agbafo se o wan kase wonye mfosumpo wo Gold Coast na wo hwedo na ade nti wo pede wo kwa echiru nti ehwo no mu no ina igwahin na kwesi dini agree also ndị nkọfo Carl no ne matende won kete ejoro kodo wo British parliamentary circle about their intention to leave the Gold Coast.
Okay.
Into wakobi na chade wo ye no more days pefe de obaye den woboko nti obe na ohin agree started the nagasa of the nambra opedo he den ojeje ne tax na aze na governor get no hey yankwai nti nu ntumi nya aze otedam onno na modo a oje no ko exile wa Sierra Leone nti wana anomabo hin so pedo ye bi ne so wachi no tum anchel biara ena mfantifo mpanyifo ntina no hu de no sa agbafo mo bokwaza o de weti woku oni first nationalist ku our friend Fanti Confederation ono na onam do ma oba de muku no what way from 69 to around there obotum sa agbafo no kwa oda then one ankasa webu amembu no into we you constitution we ye constitution as in the eka ni bi na dwumeda opedeza obayo wonwa they were thinking in the constitution that they would do double road all the way from Empano the Kesi Kumasi.
Even at that time.
Yeah. They were thinking of double road. I'm telling you, if you see the document, the schools, they were thinking of building university and so on. As around 1869.
Wow.
So Fanti Confederation, it can document now. Wow. The guys were far ahead of their time, even more than people currently ruling us. Inti what ya the many na gbefunu the no. So I'm stopping gofuna what there some baba. No what chiri won panyimfuni na. No na moda amaku no yeden. Ogui. Inti Fanti Confederation, nya yan Fanti fo nkoten. Achemufo kan hu bi.
Okay.
So they added other ethnic group because these people were thinking of a new Ghana.
A composition of the Fanti Confederation. Now I am from getting.
Business. Businessmen, traders, ordinary people. So the intention was to form a new nation.
Okay.
After the movement, so they even made an attempt today. One year in confederation back on, 1 year Volta Confederation back on, Ewe Confederation back on. Not why other. So these people started writing books talking about Gold Coast consciousness. If you run from one Fanti Confederation, one for Ghana Confederation, another any day, we are all becoming people called Gold Coast. And so Namudo, later on Woguku no and Chal. No, what to be often fancy a member Fioku what the Fanti National Constitution. Sabamuna di Wadano. Now Abra governor edi a new measure now law by from the Land Bill of 1894. The Asasibi or the Gold Coast and you put the Senibian I don't know. Or your British or him Nazi. Until now, but from arguing with the Sasasibia da wa. That's a nippon that. I mean, it is ownerless land. In legal terms, we call it Nerus terus. A thing without owner.
Yeah.
So a thing without owner means you can acquire it. And this was the fundamental legal principle based upon which colonization took place. Inti warukwa de any baby asasibia or the one you is a thing without owner, no, they will take it. Ena that time no so no go coast abin fa wo no agbafuna bo weni bi kesile Hereford wo lawyer Eminsa ho offend John Mensah Saba ho the lawyers ekuku dam ankasa ho no what's no one penny. So in 1897 when Governor Maxwell decided to push the measure into a law, in the Ankasa what form equal of Aborigines Right Protection Society ARPS. And we pay no Jacob Wilson say I'm fanti for Kwabeni. What for elected on no you also can you mapa into Ankasa the initiation kotokum or yiska or shape no why then what they call England or what they call British House of Lords, which is their Supreme Court. No okay legal argument and then they won the case. And when we indicated that the land bill, no, it was disbanded. And see, all the Gold Coasters will have their land.
Their lands, okay.
This is the reason why that legal victory is what gave the right in the entire West Africa. Went to win their land. So the Ghana's first independence was in that victory of 1897. You to me and the land East Africa and South Africa. They didn't have intellectual forces to them and some Supreme Court in Britain. That's why you go to East Africa and South Africa, the land came under the white people.
The white people, yeah.
So this is why these people in 1897 we have to celebrate them as foremost independent architects. One was Sana and Kofu Wababed upon Zawan was there then what they share as
okay.
In 1910. Agbafunu win the north and Kofu higher fast the way with the land is for them. Then the forest, no so it's also a thing without owner. In the case of Hereford, the suburbs law of 1894 went to one person more for back door. Wasan Institute with
because in Sasa no you can Sasa quite now forest na
so this time around 1910 they went back to Supreme Court in Britain and they won the case. In Nanyamano Kodwa na case for the no. And shini ya Ghana nkote na hoden and I go cause fun nkote wa hoden. Want to fanji fan hoden no. Into by 1918 1910 no so 1918 1919 no so 2 ku bi a wa fra no West Africa National Congress for British West Africa NCWA and also too and so they were representatives from Nigeria, Sierra Leone, the Gambia when in our Gold Coast I will be shame in the case for the make argument today or what they would to Yenya University for near to Gold Coast the university no it was anticider a one school in papa and one two university no Kumasi why attractive and confirm with the school now but for this one penny we go cause no na adwo no pedal or England no no did them asemi odika table na if you want one so work school first no one work legislative council and the different parliament no and when no work one kotin ahemfo Kesile Efford made the amendment motion there one fa nkofa work school nso onfa nkan ana nkofa wodi gba ewo ye dwuma kasa nkase one fa nkan na ye ahemfo kotin Inti abroad look around 1923 na nana se ofuriata ono anya agbafuru no nyiwo twa papa ofuriata de min catch letter de kama governance no dey secretary for the England wa mo wonte ani mo heden on mechanism because it does not represent the people of Gold Coast. Inti secretary for the them laudable ideas no o they do British colonial office no wan kasa no Sunday na no ofuriata piacha dey ahemfo no wakasama Gold Coast for no educated elite.
Okay.
As I say,
how many of them educated elites in a Gold Coast are?
I'm telling you, if you go back by 1777 going, Anamabu alone, Cape Coast alone, have intellectual forces who have educated in Europe and all other places.
Really?
Into Anya the Fofel, into infanticide, no, and no, they were far ahead. Yeah. Okay, by 1890s going in the Cape Coast alone, you can count about getting to 60 lawyers. Medical doctors is whom. Or women can when your first medical doctor, Dr. Kote Papa Few, Odikan, Kesile for the brother became the second person to become a lawyer. He was a lawyer and he decided to read law at the same time.
Okay,
into on the day, not a lawyer, doctor, and so we have. Intellectual force by damn 1920 now then Gold Coast will have dozens of medical practitioners, lawyers and others, engineers and so on. They were engineers and because of the way I want Aquano come on what birthday the London, the Thames, the bridge. He was a Ghanaian. Okay, Barnes, he was a Ghanaian.
I see.
They were all in the Gold Coast at the time. And the intellectual forces can then become the leaders of the people. Now, no, Anason Odika, but now Seoforiata too was also recalling to the history as the chiefs were the leaders of people, and this clash led to the fight for our independence. And so them the minty Kesile for now need na Seoforiata pu wankasa because of them as no yeah. And over the years, na ulobia na what the embryo of the Municipal Corporation Ordinance MCO 1924 was it honorable. What the band the Gold Coast for Papa one can offer no Okojo Thompson and our graphic Okojo Thompson rule.
Yes.
Only first person or the radical politics at the bed. One penny out before Bekabia. On lawyer Kobdes to Cape Coast. No boom. The Embrano wants a son. In so bad the man out before what ye to Governor Gogesberg Beno. No creating new law amendment to the Municipal Corporation Bill of 1924. So from 25 going in not the bed. The big cities, principal cities at the time, Greater Accra, Cape Coast, in the second Takradi, one year they can now elect their representative to the Legislative Council. So this motion was accepted. Into Accra, first election occurred in 1927. We elected Opena often John Glover Ado. only first person or be a member of parliament representing the whole Greater
Accra region. Okay.
And now second Accra so case here for the call. On so contest won so winning. And on so represent second Accra. But Cape Coast for no, they will not represent all what they want. Above one figure now.
Okay.
They won't want to go to any legislative council or parliament to be a one kind of parliament. Go because the Casa Yabe parliament. Opening lawyer Koblessechi, no knows the that the one penny cry. Into the whole 1927, Cape Coast did not have representative in the Gold Coast Legislative Council. Into 28, no, Beno, and now Casacasana, or lawyer Kobina Akukosa. Ono kejina ho wo Cape Coast na woto abanama no ino wini ino kwai akụkọ say America ono be ye Ghana Chief Justice Odika. He became the first member of parliament for Cape Coast from 1928 to 1940.
Okay. It's getting interesting. Lots of Facebook comment. Amanfo waba Facebook papa. But looking at Ankweku, the activities, the trading activities or Kodo between 1471 and 1472, especially Cape Coast nade. And I don't know if you are the gweda okodo wo hon when nya impact bia en ekogwa ya enam mpano ha. Are you surprised that as busy and as brisk that business was around that time when Yensunsado bia
in there they were fighting for independence. What they can Anomabude, it was a very big by 1770 Anomabu town alone could come out with about 50,000 soldiers to fight. Ocho there, even today, I'm not sure even about 50,000 people are in Anomabu alone. But back in 1770, there were over 50,000 soldiers. If that town could come out over 50,000 soldiers to go to Elmina to go and fight, it tells you how the size of the town back in the day. But Odo baby no abofune shada there Anomabu fune pede. What do we need to catch ship captains in there? Mobi and Quankati go Anomabu. And Anomabu business in our head then. No Cape Coast. No Cape Coast. Anomabu educated elites in a good food in our one if Anomabu was Cape Coast. The same attitude they are fighting for their rights. What shall so when you go from the court, them make a trade. You know what the case what the gun was the Accra. So the trade moved to Cape Coast and then they moved to Accra. By that time, Cape Coast is dying because the major activity or your trade now that Vim. It has moved to another community. So people also moved the same traders. That affected the development of Central Region.
66 years down the line, while ma can Ghana ma yejina CCA also then Ankweku.
Makache the Nefebino. Yayazi. I'm the two man can't connect your fedu independent.
Producer signal there boko na asana baby if you join a besana bana you want to
honestly why if it was why we silent touch why paradox because we could have done far better. Make sure that some of the things are independence time obi to the new Kwabena Bani politics of consumerism in Ghana today are young to me yanye. New Kwabena Bani in 1948. On put on the Niska or put the whole Gold Coast there. Abrofu companies the Levantis, USC. And Zake can winning in any Lebanese if I control Gold Coast market. No, what my prices was so into so one to they would boycott their goods.
Which year was this?
1948.
1948.
Very
then,
good.
And since you mentioned there, even around 14 something, not him for. Were plans that were built dual carriage roads from the shores to Kumasi and up north.
Yeah. And to the join the new Kwabena Bani. On put it in Niska or organizing Kofuni now, your friend them strike no boycott of European goods.
Yes.
And some friend boycott in or your boycott and our friends so Gold Coast for why your boycott 2 days pepe when I will be there no I say about Tanyamano. On you need for say can't drum it into the ears. Now what strike no that boycott European goods no 1 week what obi ankoto abafo on nyama 2 weeks obi ankota agbofo nyama ai na agbofo na our friend. If you trace you na nankasa okade want to odonko no, they even eat lower more than that.
Wow.
One individual with his own money organizing and warning politicians not to participate in that protest or to me have that impact. In and down here yes yako school. Yenwe you get the degrees akase lawyers kuku them. MTN Telcosi, whatever they want to do. We don't have a single individual to fight on the behalf of the Ghanaian, ordinary Ghanaian. And you are telling me we have moved forward. Indo baby, you are not even half of what Nikobina Bani did in 1948.
Agwaku, many thanks. That's Papa. Oh my word.